light it up, represent, gotta do it hella big, had to run it back again. Light it up, represent, had to do it hella big, had to run it back again. Gotta do it hella big, had to run it back again.
Stop.
Gotta do it hella big, had to run it back again.
People in the back, get 'em up. One time for the people in the back, get 'em up. One time for the people in the back, get 'em up. One time for the people in the back, in the back, in the back. For the people in the back, back. For the people in the back, back. For the people in the back, for the people in the back, for the people in the
Gotta do it hella big, had to run it back again.
Stop.
Gotta do it hella big, had to run it back again.
Hey, yo, everybody. We are here once again with more Renegade Racing's Thursday Night Thunder. Tonight we are at the old North Wilkesboro Speedway. It is I, Ryan Hunter, and the one and only Dakota Isgrig.
What's up?
Wow, bless up. We're starting with the first heat race of the evening. We're gonna be sitting here getting ready to watch Gary Miller, Bry Guy Lashbrook, Eric Copperthorne, and Johnny Hurst, along with James Wagner.
Certainly a pretty fun group of guys. Another good mix. I feel like we're treated to some good mixes in these heat races. Just some guys who may run next to each other during these feature race, but also some guys who may not necessarily get an opportunity to race wheel to wheel with others. So I love these heat races.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how this goes, and this is just a nice little introduction to what we're about to see here.
Absolutely, a little 8-lap sprint. Gotta love this.
I will also state that these cars are very slippery and slidey when it comes to this track. This track is, as I said, the older scan of North Wilkesboro, but the track temperature currently is blazing balls, according to what I was being told earlier. So this is going to be an interesting one to see here.
Yeah, I don't think you could ask for a better combination than a track like North Wilkesboro, which can catch you out on perfect conditions. But then you throw in that track temp and crank the heat, all of a sudden you have a recipe for some ultra concentration, but also some ultra moments too, especially on that exit 4.
Hello, Audie. Hello, hello, hello. How are we doing? We're up front here with Brian Lashbrook. We're watching him as he yaws to the back of the car there. Hello, Sarah.
We got a fun one, bro.
Oh, there goes Brian.
There it is. There's the old famous.
Oh man.
Moment. You could be perfect for every lap, but all it takes is one little moment. We talked about it, the track temp, especially being under pressure from Johnny Hurst. All it takes is one little blip of the throttle, one little misinput, and all of a sudden you'll find yourself pointed in the inside wall.
Yep, and with that being a single car spin out, there was no caution thrown out. He's doing a fantastic job landscaping out there, Sarah.
You always got to wonder who really does take care of the landscaping in these sorts of tracks, but every once in a while one of the drivers will volunteer their services, and so we got to salute them for that.
We have the white flag here as Johnny Hurst is bringing up the front of the pack here.
Absolutely. He'll come home and take home himself.
Oh my gosh, what happened? What did I miss?
Eric, we had a moment where Eric and I believe Gary Miller were trying to go side by side, trying to get the best exit out of 4, and Eric lost it about 10 feet before the end of the finish line. I think he still came home third if I'm looking at it correctly, but he definitely had himself a moment trying to get to squeeze a bumper ahead of Gary Miller there at the line.
Oh man, oh man. We're gonna pull old Johnny Hurst down here and talk to him during this second heat race. Hello, Johnny.
What's up, bud?
How we doing, bub?
Doing pretty good. Doing pretty good.
How is that track any cooler than what it was in practice?
I think might be a few degrees, but still slick as crap out there right now. So
Yeah, we
not
certainly.
a lot of green.
Yeah, we certainly saw someone, unfortunately, on the other end of these high track temps, Ryan Lashbrook, kind of getting a little squirrely coming at it too, as you were applying the pressure.
Yeah, I really. It happened so fast in front of me. I was like, oh my god. But yeah, well, sometimes it happens that way. But I honestly, as slick as it was, though, I was afraid to try to put too much pressure on him and dive it down in there because I didn't want to be loose, and wash us both out. So I don't know. I really would have pushed it that hard in the heat race, but after he just got loose like that, had to get on the brakes hard. Narrowly missing.
That's fair. I'm sure you're not too upset and taking home a heat race win either.
No, I mean, points are nice. So.
Oh, it's nice, but you got bigger prizes ahead.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it definitely should be a very interesting feature.
How go ahead, sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say, yeah, North Wilkesboro always seems to provide some of those moments, and all it takes is sort of one moment of misconcentration.
Oh,
It'll catch you out. So I think it's setting us up for a very exciting feature.
How
Well, I mean, right there
excited?
you see, go ahead.
How excited are we to see Robert Warren's back?
I know, that's what I was getting ready to say. I was getting ready to say, like, guys like Robert there on that outside, they're going to be locked in. Him, Ben Ryan, them guys are super fast in these. So, one little mental mistake, and you're separated from those guys. And I say that, and he's hit the wall.
I'm telling you that sometimes that's all it takes. Especially when you're running side by side with guys, you try and get on the power a tick too early. North Wilkesboro will spit you out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is probably my favorite track that we go to. Probably my favorite on iRacing.
I feel like that's a sentiment probably not shared by too many, so we'll consider you one of the lucky few.
What which version of North Wilkesboro do you prefer, this one or the new one?
Honestly, I don't know because I've not turned any laps on the new one.
Okay.
So I'd imagine there's a lot more grip. You're able to run higher on the track. Probably not as many bumps and stuff. But I love these short tracks like this with character. So
You know,
I
that is
probably
fair.
would still favorite this one.
That is fair. I feel like you kind of get caught up in these short tracks. Sometimes they all kind of start to run together. I think it's very divisive in the opinion of, probably because it does have that character. So I think that's actually a good way to put it. I hadn't really considered before. So
Yeah, I mean, it's like Concord. A lot of guys, they can't stand that track. I love it because the character of it. You've got 3 totally different turns on that track. And I'd love for us to run that, but I know it would be a fan favorite to do, but
hey, not everybody can get their way. Sometimes you got to put your foot down. You know.
oh well, I know, but
Oh, I get it. I understand. 'Cause, that heat race kind of flew by, didn't it?
It did. It
Yeah.
did.
Adam Sprinkle come home taking himself a heat win. Robert Warren's recovering from his little trip into the wall, making sure it was still there to finish third. Nope. Second.
Oh, we have one more heat race.
Even better.
Oh, we're gonna
Yeah.
see old Timmy. Excited to see old Timmy in this one.
oh yeah, we was sitting there before I come up here and spoke with you guys about trying to get him a little bit more aggressive. I'm gonna have to hold that candle under his hind end a little bit longer, I guess, or something.
Well, do you want to hold that candle under his hiney for this heat race?
Well, I sure will.
All right, buddy. I hope you do some magic and get him up there in the front.
All right, appreciate you.
Yep. Good luck. That was Johnny Hurst coming in here with the info for all of us, and I didn't even ask him what the fuel gauge was looking like. So okay.
Oh yeah, hey, we sometimes a good little guest spot. Sometimes that's a good thing. It's interesting that he talked about trying to get Tim a little more aggressive. I feel like Tim's one of those guys, kind of like with Liam Beebe that we talked about last week, where he's kind of comfortable just to sort of hang around the back and try and take advantage. But it'd be interesting to see what a more aggressive Tim Richardson would look like.
Yeah, I'm excited to see if we can get something like that out of Mr. Richardson himself, or otherwise known as Tim Flair. Before we get ready to go green on this this heat race here, you might see 3 machines. The black and white 3 on the outside is David Helm, and the black, white, and blue one on the inside, that is one Tyler Barnes and Noble. But he is showing up as number 7 for us due to an iRacing error. So when we say the number 3, just we'll try to be a little bit more cautious of what we are speaking of.
Be a little more descriptive.
Yes.
As we go
Here,
but
Dakota, I forgot to do this, so I apologize.
no, all good.
We're professionals.
We were making do, thankfully, with the beauty of online racing. Able to hop in the session, keep an eye on things from here, and I think we held on pretty all right.
I'm going to say something that might be slightly controversial here. Ben Ryan is in the lead.
Oh no!
Not
Are you allowed to say that kind of thing on the internet?
not again.
Not again. He
My
says.
gosh.
No, you can always. Man, I don't know what we got to do to. Surely he's got to be getting bored, right? And just winning every single week must be exhausting, I would imagine.
I think he's an alien. That's
Has
what it
anyone
is.
seen Ben Ryan and an alien in the same room? That's all I'm saying.
You know what?
That's the question that I'm asking.
Man, we're getting places. It looks like Johnny might have lit that candle underneath the ass of Tim Richardson. He's starting to catch on Jeremy Keltner here.
Oh, absolutely. I think we're seeing some aggressive lines that realistic. I don't know if I would
Ooh.
have seen out of Tim before. He's really digging into that low line, trying to get this run, trying to put Keltner under some pressure here as we go down to the white flag lap. Is he going to get it done? Either way, I'm already mighty impressed with what we've seen already. We'll see if this translates over to the feature.
I sure hope it does, because this is a Tim Richardson that we are not used to seeing here, and I am here for it.
Absolutely. Ben Ryan takes home another win, although it's only a heat race. I'm sure another notch on his belt is not too undeserved for sure.
Sarah Lashbrook states that she believes this is the most cars that we've had on a Thursday Night Thunder race, and that would be correct. We have a whole line of 15 cars, I believe. Might just be 13. These last two might not be here, actually. Either way, 13 is still the most that we've had. So let's see the starting grid here. You've got Johnny. Okay. You've got Johnny Hurst in first with Adam Sprinkle next to him. Ben Ryan and Gary Miller. In the third row is Robert Warnes and Tyler Barnes. Eric Copperthorne and Andrew Smith behind them. Jeremy Kellner and James Wagner. 11th will be Ronald Hall. 12th will be Tim Richardson or Flair. And then Brian Lashbrook is in 13th, followed by Dawson Melton and David Helm, if they are indeed here.
You see David Helm out there, so a minimum we're up to 14 here.
Oh my gosh.
That's a good sight to see. Two full rows of cars here about to go racing around North Wilkesboro for 100 turns of the calendar. That'll be a lot of fun.
Look at this field here.
Things
Man.
you love to see. Maybe Johnny was onto something. Maybe all it takes is getting North Wilkesboro on the calendar to get the fans and these drivers out of their seats and onto the track.
That might be it. That might be it. We're getting ready to go green here. Pace cars in. Green flag racing. Here we go. Adam Sprinkle already testing to see if the wall is still there. And he spins due to... Oh my God, Adam Sprinkle is... Oh,
There
poor
we got
Adam Sprinkle.
We got a big one already. Caution flies an all but a single corner here at North Wilkesboro. I don't think you can wonder why the yellow came out on that one.
No, you cannot. Adam Sprinkle gets a little tap from the 15 and then gets airlifted by Brian Lashbrook. Let's watch that one more time here. My gosh.
Wow. For our skating fans, it looks like almost like a pop shove it. He was facing backwards.
Man.
And you know the car behind really just trying to help him get pointed the right way.
Yep, let's watch this from Brian Lashbrook's on cockpit view. Poor Adam Sprinkle here. He just Brian had nowhere to go. His bumper had somewhere to go though.
It is. That's one of those where if you're Brian, you're just going, why me? Why me? Why me? Because you turn the corner and all of a sudden you got a guy pointed at you, and there's almost nowhere to go.
That one was rough to watch. I believe the 15 of Gary Miller will get an EOL there, and man, that's rough. My dog is doing dog things that I'm not Apparently sure if he's aware of what's happening in his life. Dakota. Dakota. Okay.
I was trying to find him. I was like, hopefully, where'd he go? Well, one, I went, oh shit.
Okay. We're fine.
We're good.
Professional broadcasters in RC.
Professionals. You can't say we're anything if not on the ball.
Yes.
Now, the ball might be rolling down a hill at 100 miles an hour, but we are on that ball.
Yes. All right. Here we go. Green flag risen. Oh no.
Again.
Benjamin.
And we survive a corner.
Benjamin Two Names is back, right in his rightful place up front, where he is used to being.
It is, and I don't know if these guys want to give him the opportunity to get that clear air in front, kind of drive away. We'll see if anyone wants to be a little more aggressive on him, try and make some moves, and see if we can make him a little uncomfortable, as he's already building that gap.
He is building that gap, but someone to watch is the 95 of Robert Warnes. If anyone followed around the time that I initially, looks like there's a yellow flag. Robert Warnes was a force to be reckoned with in the first season that he raced here with us. I'm really not sure what happened here. I don't think I'm watching the correct vehicle. I definitely am not.
Looks like Ronald Hall gets a little bit of a helping hand. It looks like number 88 just gives him a little. Well, he tries to do the push to pass, but at North Wilkesboro, I think that's just not going to work.
Yep, it seems as though the number 88 said there can only be so many 8s on the track at one time, and decided that the single number 8 was not worthy.
It does appear so. Yeah, that's so easy to do here. You know, these guys, they're all trying to find the right line to get through these corners as quickly as possible, and all it takes is one little moment, just misjudging your lifting point or your braking point, and you'll find yourself nose deep in the bumper of the car head.
I would like to state, and I saw this earlier, and then there was a lot of stuff that happened. Dylan states that he is sick in bed. We're sorry to hear that. We hope you a speedy recovery, and yeah, I hope you don't have what I had, because that shit sucked.
You can say I'm sick, but I got the racing bug.
Oh baby. There's only one cure.
Only one cure.
And it's more racing.
0.63 mile loop named Old North Wilkesboro.
Oh baby.
Nah. I think so far this one's gone basically, I think, exactly as to expectations. I'm expecting these guys to get it settled in, though. You know, in a track like this especially, track position is going to be king, and as these guys try and get it all figured out, they're going to get it figured out. They're going to smooth it out for sure.
Ben Ryan getting one hell of a jump here. Robert Warnes is not letting him get too far out there by himself. Johnny Hurst also keeping a close eye on the two cars leading the pack here.
shabby a restart. These guys sort of started to settle into a nose to tail sort of situation, but obviously some of these guys still going to be looked to be opportunistic should the moment arise.
I will also say that most of the cars in the middle of the pack are sticking together pretty well.
Oh, absolutely. They're all just waiting to pounce on a moment. Someone goes a little wide, gets a little squirrely on the exit of 2 or 4. That's all they're waiting for. So yeah, it's been a very impressive restart here. These guys continuing to stick with each other, put each other under some pressure, get some good door-to-door racing going on.
While we have a second before things get too wild, I'd like to take a second to thank our sponsor, James Wagner's Welding, here on the hood of Mr. Doogie. Thanks for everything that you do over here in Renegade, but also at Roughneck as well. We wouldn't be here without you.
Absolutely. Now, I feel like, obviously outside of real life racing, I feel like these online leagues, especially knowing what goes in to running these leagues and hosting these races, because I mean, these guys do take a lot of time, put a lot of effort, and sometimes even a lot of money into these to get these things ran. And so I think that's almost kind of the most purest form of, you know, being a racing fan, that you're willing to put that much time, effort into hosting and running these leagues and supporting these guys to get out here and fulfill a dream that may not necessarily be quite so attainable in real life. So might as well get it done here in iRacing.
Yeah, I can confidently say it is a lot more expensive to race a real car than it is to sit here at your rig. Here we are. You know, I don't want to.
We need to send that one back to the stats desk and get him to check that one out. Well, I guess he's a little sick. Our stats guy is in bed, not feeling well. So
yeah, our stats
we'll have to
guy.
go time that one comes back on, but
our stats guy used a PTO day today.
He did.
What a lazy bum. Anyway,
anywho, we'll take your word for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a doctor's note. Here we go. Robert Warnes is stuck around that 0.6 of a second behind Ben Ryan here. When we clicked away, he started to close the gap, and then when we got back, the gap grew. So maybe I'm the one with the bad juju today.
The broadcaster's curse is coming in hot and heavy.
Yes,
in
sir,
this one.
it
But I
is.
mean, I think realistically, I think the entire of the top 5 have done a relatively good job of sort of staying, you know, within striking distance. Maybe not necessarily quite on the bumper, but I mean, you have Ben Ryan out front, and then just a few ticks back, car in second. Then the next 3 are kind of all running almost nose to tail, and then there's another little gap. We have another group of about 4 that are all keeping things together. So I think so far these guys are starting to find some pace, finding their groove, and taking advantage where they can.
Hello, Jordan. How we doing? How we doing this evening? Audie, it do be me. I do be the problem. You are correct.
Now someone's got to put the hand up, and I guess if it's got to be us in the booth, I think we can take that.
Yep, I physically just raised my hand. I love this camera view of watching Ben Ryan just drive away from everyone else, but yet you can see that very near opposing Robert Warnes in the side mirror of that 67
Such a
machine.
good shot. I don't think a movie director could come up with a shot better than that.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe that's our next calling.
Maybe it is. You never know.
Hollywood, here we come.
Hollywood, we are on the way.
Oh, baby. All right, let's see. Let's check out this this blimp view one more time, since I know Johnny loves this camera angle so much. It is crazy to see how many cars we have on this track. I love it.
Absolutely. These bigger fields, especially short track racing, is going to be a lot of fun because, for better or for worse, if your bin ride is better, if you're running at the back, it's a little worse. You're going to eventually have to run in dodge traffic, which I think is going to offer up a something that you don't see too much in the smaller fields, of having to see Ben Ryan and the leaders navigate the people at the back, potentially costing them time, momentum. You never know.
The 88 of Jeremy Kellner is right on the bumper of old Doogie Wagner.
Really is. We got a lot of close racing going on in this one. The field is spread out a little bit here as we're a little over 3/4 of the way into this one, but we still got a couple of pockets of some good racing to look forward to. So this one so far is still got a lot of exciting action ahead.
I would also like to take a moment here to announce that starting next week with the championship race, we will have a new home for Thursday Night Thunder. We will be broadcasting from the new Gym City Broadcasting booth. Same voices, same faces you fell in love with here. But just a slightly different look, and we are both very excited to see how this goes, and excited to see where we can go from there.
Absolutely. Been putting a lot of time and effort in getting this new home set up, and so I'm excited to get this thing kicked off and bring some new and exciting things to the old broadcast.
And what better way to do that than starting off with a bang for a championship race at New Hampshire?
Can't ask for literally anything better than that.
Oh, I just saw that Gary Miller crashed. Let's see what happened here. No caution. Let's see. Ooh. Oh. That was
A little door banging on the exit of 4.
a little bit of door banging. I also do believe that those are teammates as well. Trouble in paradise, I hear.
It is a thing, and especially in motorsports, being on the same team only goes so far. At the end of the day, you're racing your teammate for the same stretch of tarmac as they are, and so every once in a while, sometimes you just got to bang doors, let him know that you're not going to get out of his way just because you share a garage.
Here we are back on board. Whoa, with Benny Two Names getting a little yawed out there.
You got to wonder how these tires are feeling 43 laps into this thing, especially at a track like North Wilkesboro. You can't be running the same lines and the same inputs as you were at the beginning of the race. You gotta adjust, and I think we're seeing, is that a fracture in Ben Ryan? Just a little wiggle, which is more than we usually get out of him.
It might be. Here we are at I figured out how to show temperatures on the screen here. It is 75 degrees, the air temp, but the track temp is 103. So it's warm. She warm out there.
It's mostly out. Get a frying pan out there, crack an egg, we'll see what happens.
Yep. We have Robert Warren starting to catch a little bit on old Ben Ryan here as we are catching up to some lap traffic.
Yeah, this is what we're talking about. Now you got to alter your line. You got to take that narrower line.
Oh, Robert's
Looks like it works out
closing the
but
gap.
there it is. Here's this moment. There's that opportunity. You got to take a slightly different line. You got to slow down a little bit more, and you're on that inside line. And all of a sudden, we have ourselves a battle for the lead.
Man, I love getting these VBot accounts hopping into the Twitch chat.
Yes.
As you do, as you do.
As you do.
Man, I don't know what it's going to take for Ben Ryan to not just pick up the ball and run home with it.
It's a thing, you know. I think he really benefits from getting that clear air at the front. You know, he gets the benefit there of not having to worry about chasing anyone down. He just gets to run his pace, control it from the front, and I think that is a big weight off of off the shoulders. Now, at the same time, you can't get too complacent because I think you'll have anyone right behind him who's going to be, you know, willing to take advantage if he has a bit of a misstep. But I think to really get him when he's at the front, when he's at his best, I think you got to do something a little different. And at short track racing, that's only so much you can do. And Robert Warren's going to try and figure out a way to do it. But the best thing you can do is just keep him under pressure. And, you know, I'll tell you what, if he goes another 50 laps and doesn't crack, I think you just got to applaud and shake his hand and say, good job.
Yep, we're on board here with Robert Warren's trying to catch Benny Two Names. I will also state that I don't know the last time that Robert Warren's raced in these cars, let alone on this track. I'm taking a guess and stating that it might have been the last time that we ran this car, which was a couple of months ago. So if that's the case, this is already impressive enough.
Oh, absolutely. But I tell you what, I wonder if there's a little bit in there about not overthinking it, just kind of jumping back in, trusting your instincts, just getting your feel back in the moment, and it all working out for you. I tell you what, the fact that he's basically keeping right on Ben Ryan's tail, I think he's gotta prove something here.
Yeah, we've got the track map here. I'm trying to see. There we go. That's a good one. The track map here, just showing how spread out these guys really are here. It's a short track, but everyone is so spread out that it really just does make a difference.
It does. It really does. Especially, you know, I think I kind of nailed it. We had a couple of early cautions, guys settling in, but now that we've had, you know, 40 laps of clean racing and they've sort of spread out, it kind of feels like you're on an even fuller track. Just guys are everywhere. You always got someone to deal with, whether you're lapping them, they're lapping you, or you're battling for position yourself. There's never a moment's rest at this sort of track.
There is one hell of a battle back here for 5th place between Adam Sprinkle and one Johnny Hurst, and you can't even count out Eric Copperthorne, which is right there in the mix. Johnny Hurst going on the outside. Well, I thought we were.
This has been great. I don't know if you can ask much more from this, and don't forget, and you know, Tim Richardson not too far behind, just a few seconds, but we've seen in the past that all it takes is one little moment, someone getting a little squirrely, and danger strikes. So the fact that these guys are running on 50 lap old tires, going nose to tail like this, has been a lot of fun to watch.
I was about to say we might have just had a moment there, almost. Certified moment, almost, if you will.
Someone might say. I tell you what, if we get a certified moment in North Wilkesboro, I think I'll have seen everything at that point.
Yes, yes, yes. I think if that's gonna happen, it's gonna be happening here, I think.
Oh, absolutely. This has been an interesting battle to watch because I think you're seeing the two different types of.
Oh man, we got a yellow flag. Believe it was Ronald Hall? Question mark. Let's see what happens here. He
Backward. Oh.
That right front tire has left the chat. I can confidently say here. I don't really know.
Can we just get a little loose? Just take a little. Oh.
I don't know.
My best guess, maybe missed his braking point, took a little too much speed. Maybe a little lockage in the rears. I'll take a little snap up into the wall, and that'll hit you in a hurry.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say that's gonna be an EOL for Mr. David. Let's see what happened here. Not blimp. That's not what I wanted to see. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know if maybe he had a bit of an equipment malfunction or something, but I think that's an interesting one to say the least.
Yep. That is. Anyway.
Well, I tell you what that does do is gives these guys an opportunity to decide whether they want to get off these old tires and potentially onto some fresh rubber and give ourselves a little restart opportunity as well. You know, some of these guys hopefully get an opportunity to sort of catch the pack back up and then make something happen. And the guys who have gone a lap down should get an opportunity to get back on the lead lap. And I tell you what, nothing's better than a race restart.
Especially when we can say Mr. Dylan Grace's 3 favorite words. And they are boogity woogity woogity, boys. Let's go racing.
You do 3 words?
Well, the boogity woogity woogity. Those 3.
Okay.
I added the other 3.
So there's been a lot of discussion about kindergarten requirements in the community recently, and so maybe we needed to get back to counting basics, but either way, hard to disagree with a good old boogity woogity woogity call.
Oh, well, and the fact that it's actually not woogities, they're all boogities, but, you know, you gotta let a man dream from time to time, so one Dylan Grace can do whatever he wants.
You're not wrong. As you can tell, I think you can tell by watching this restart that these guys are absolutely pushing these tires to the max already, trying to make something happen. Because these guys, you can tell they got a newfound confidence with this fresh rubber.
Yes, we have 1st through 9th are all on the lead lap. Everyone back is a lap down or is out of the race. So
Things you love to see.
These top 9 are certainly fighting for points.
No, absolutely. I think something interesting to watch here is Robert Warrens, who's sort of pushing Ben Ryan there at the end of that first stint, is now falling back to 3rd in the pit stops, and so it'll be interesting to see how aggressive he is as he tries to make his way back forward. And we'll see if Ben Ryan uses this opportunity to try and stretch the lead, while the others behind might have to fight.
Did we we happen to see. Okay, so yeah, everyone pitted, I believe. Yeah. Okay.
I'll certainly tell you in a second.
I do believe everyone pitted. That's what it looks like.
Yep, at least everybody in the top 7 pitted, from what I can tell. Looks like Brian Lashbrook down to 9 took the I'll pit on the second lap to get that 1 lap delta. But it does appear that everyone took that opportunity to get some fresh rubber on, which how can you blame them? I think if you don't pit there, I think you're in a world of hurt pretty quick with these guys on their fresh tires.
As we have now reached the point of the race where the lap count has started counting down rather than counting up.
Absolutely. I'll tell you what, this has been a pretty darn tootin' good feature race. After a couple of early cautions and we'll just go with an internet malfunction by Ronald Hull there that caused his last caution. But these guys have been fantastic at racing each other and keeping it clean here at North Wilkesboro.
Yeah, I am thoroughly impressed with the amount of racing and good racing that we have seen here at North Wilkesboro in these cars with this size of a field.
Oh, absolutely. I think honestly this kind of racing, especially at a track like North Wilkesboro, is a great advertisement for league racing. Staying in the league, getting to know the guys in there, or girls, and just understanding how each other races, I think, goes such a long way. Getting races like this where you can race someone hard and know that they'll give you the space and know what they're gonna do and kind of make those expectations known and just get some really, really good racing in at the same time.
We are closing in on the last 20 laps. Robert Warrens is really putting the pressure down on Tyler Barnes and Noble here.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Whereas, like, I think Robert Warrens has shown a lot of really good pace, but with Tyler Barnes getting ahead of him in that pit stop phase, now he finds himself stuck behind, and Ben Ryan able to start building that gap ever so slightly as we're getting nearer and nearer to the point of no return when it comes to making a move for the lead.
Oh man, we have a yellow flag again. I believe this is going to stem back here. Oh man. You really hate to see that. The lapped car of Gary Miller. Let's see. Gary Miller's here.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, but I mean that's racing. It's hard to that's one of the things you got to contend with as a lapped car and one trying to overtake a lapped car. It just seems like an uncharacteristic mistake there from Eric. Maybe was expecting Gary to stay high. Gary obviously dives down towards that inside line, and the two just kind of come together.
Yeah, that very unlucky break there for Eric Copperthorne, for sure.
Yeah.
We have seen other people go in and get either tires, gas, or both.
Yeah, this is gonna be an interesting moment here. As I think this is where you'll see the split. Who's gonna try and hold off on old tires but track position, and who is gonna pit in for that fresh rubber, trying to take advantage and make a move. But I tell you what, is it gonna be too little, too late? Is we're gonna go green flag here with a baker's dozen or so laps left here at North Wilkesboro. Will there be enough laps left for these guys to make their way back through the field?
Let's see what exactly is going on here. My gosh, we're getting here in the nitty gritty.
They are. Seems like everyone outside the top 5 or 6 or so decide to pit. Starting Tyler Barnes, Robert Warnes, Ben Ryan, Gary Miller there at the back, all deciding to take some fresh rubber here in the closing stages here. This one I think is going to be pretty interesting to watch, because if this front pack can hold on, maybe even work together, if you want to talk about it, though, there's some opportunities abound.
Comes Adam Sprinkle pulling ahead. Certified! Oh my gosh! Certified 3 wide number here.
Oh, we are 3 wide into the Wilkesboro.
Oh,
Who's
man.
gonna blink first?
Oh, no.
There's a big one. There is a big one. That is
no.
going to be interesting, because that is a good chunk of those who've been leading this race.
Oh, no, dude.
That looked like 2 separate incidents. If I could see, there was the pack in front. There was also another moment behind.
Yeah,
As we got a little double shot of action there.
Let's see. Let's see where this transpires first. Oh my Lanta. Man, I don't even know. The initial contact comes from the 95 first.
It does. I mean, he gets right into the back of him.
That is the contact into the number 4, and then right after the number 4 gets sideways, Gary Miller mails the largest murder I've ever seen up into the 88. So that's a tough break, but I think that might end up being on the 95.
I think so. I mean, he gives the bump that I think kind of sets that whole thing off. So
tough break for the 95 with 10 laps to go.
For better or for worse, I think that's kind of what started it.
Especially on his return back here in Renegade. It
is, and he's been running really well too. But you know, that's how these last kind of sprints go. You know, it's do or die moment. You didn't misjudge it just slightly, and all of a sudden you're in the back of someone. We saw it earlier in the race. You know, we saw Jeremy just get into the number 8 earlier in a very similar fashion of just, you know, trying to carry as much momentum as possible, trying to make something happen, and unfortunately, that's all she wrote. But that said, we still have a good 8 laps left. Robert Warnes is still going to have a big tire advantage over some of these guys ahead.
I do also just want to point out, Timothy Richardson is in 4th place. And as I say that, he drops down to 5th. Johnny Hurst out here in the lead.
Murder that I just saw?
I have not seen a murderer yet. Not on my relative, anyway. Ben Ryan.
I'm checking on it.
That was a murder that we just seen and heard. Let's see what happened here with the 4 of Andrew Smith. Oh, Timothy Flair. I think he sent it into the turn just a tad early and ended up collecting 3 of the top racers.
It does appear that way.
Timothy Flair is just
If you can go back and look, but if you actually look at the transition from lap 93 to 94, you'll see Ben Ryan actually get involved with Ryan Lashbrook as they cross the line. So that's actually a big moment as well. Is Ben Ryan potentially carrying a little bit of damage, or maybe even a little hurt ego as he got into it with Ryan.
As you look here at the left front suspension, that tire is sticking out much farther than you should be.
That's going to be something to watch here, as we're going to be basically racing to a checkered here. And I feel like we talked about it a lot at the beginning part of this race. What's it going to take for Ben Ryan to put himself in some jeopardy? Apparently, it's going to take Ben Ryan to put Ben Ryan in some jeopardy.
Man, that's gonna be rough here.
Somebody would say roughneck.
Oh, damn!
Is why they give us the good money.
We get paid?
You're getting paid?
When did we get ice cream?
I tell you what, I cannot help but look at this top, honestly, 7 right now. I don't know how you're not excited for a green-white checkered here. As you have Johnny Hurst, Adam Sprinkle, who you know loves being a little aggressive. You have Robert Warrens, who's battled back up, now sitting in the top 3. Eric Copperthorne, which, again, also one of those guys battling back after an EOL from him. Tyler Barnes, Ben Ryan, Andrew Smith. Every single one of these guys is bumper to bumper. When we're looking at 2 laps to a checkered, I cannot wait to see what happens here.
With that being said, Tim, I'm excited you're here too. You're 8th. We're happy you're here too, bud. Let's go.
We're happy you're here, Timmy. Let's see that candle if it's doing any good for you here. Because here we go. It looks like we might be getting a 3-wide moment.
Oh, not yet. You gotta say
not yet. Robert Warren said we're going 2x2.
Oh man.
Here as we head to a
no, dude. That's final lap.
Big one, but we are white flag. We are racing to the end.
Oh man.
Here we go.
The 77
comes out of the chaos.
The 77 of Adam Sprinkle pulls away with the win.
The win. Johnny Hurst unfortunately does not get that moment.
Oh my gosh.
Tyler Barnes takes home the final spot. Eric Hopthorne just outside there in 4. Tim Richardson, 37 lap old tire, says thank you very much. I'll be taking that top 5 from you.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
Oh man, that as if you could possibly say it, one to forget for Ben Ryan. He leads majority of the race, but all it takes is one moment there at the end. He finishes all the way down in the paltry 6th position.
Man, what a crazy one. Let's take a gander up here and just see what we can. Let's just see what we can see up here with old Adam Sprinkle with the win. Johnny Hurst and Tyler Barnes rounding out your top 3. What a race this one has been.
No, that was, I don't know if you could ask for a better North Wilkesboro than that. Obviously, I think some of these guys would want some of their incidents back because they're a little clumsy, but at the same time, if you're going to get a finish like that, I don't know how we in the booth can argue. That was
impressive.
No, absolutely. That's one of those moments, you know. All it takes is at a track like North Wilkesboro is just one moment here, and all of a sudden it is shaken to its core, and you know, you blink, and Adam Sprinkle's taking home a win.
Let's talk to good old Tyler Barnes here. Tyler Barnes, it's Ryan and Dakota in the booth. Got a copy.
What's up, brother?
Oh man, what a wild one.
Yeah, that one was something.
That was something is definitely
One way to put it. That is
yes.
for sure.
How I what happened? I didn't see what happened back there.
Which part?
Well,
Question is,
there at the end was did the 67 and 95 just make contact at the wall and just collect everyone, or
Yeah, it looks like they were just meeting together, and after that they just washed up to the wall and collected everybody behind me.
yeah, that's definitely one. That's going to happen, especially at a track like North Wilkesboro. How to feel out there? Obviously, we saw track temps were getting up there, and how to feel there behind the wheel.
Yeah, we think we started. It was a little bit harder when we started the race. It was kind of getting cooler. You could tell. We could especially tell the difference when we got those new set of tires. Um, but yeah, it was handling pretty good. Just made a late race decision and decided to take tires, put me back there, and just couldn't quite fight back to get back to the front.
Yeah, that was an interesting division and strategy that we saw. I think potentially without some of those incidents there at the end, I think it definitely could have been the right way to go. But I don't think you'll be too upset at a little P3 at the end of the day, will you?
No, of course not.
Yeah, absolutely.
there were a handful of really good lap stints of just really good clean racing that really made for a good show, especially with what we had 13 cars in here for the majority of the race. So that
Yeah,
that was
it
good.
was a good race. I'm little too many cautions, a little too many cautions, but can't complain. I mean, you can't be green 100% every night. So
Well, and
yeah,
for this being the first time that there are that many cars on the track, I think you can kind of expect a couple more cautions of what you'd like to see. Um, but still, that was a very good race.
yeah, we'll get there, and but I enjoyed every bit of it.
Absolutely. One race left on the calendar. You got any exciting dreams here for one more left on the season?
Just trying to put a cap to this championship.
Don't gotta say much more than that.
Well,
Yeah,
we're let's I actually have the standings here. Before the season actually ends, let me make sure that you can read this because evidently I just don't know what I'm doing. Um, Here you've got you are leading by 23 points as of before this race. So I don't know where it's at now. So we'll have to look and see where we're at before next week's championship race. But I would like to go ahead and state that I think you've got a pretty cushioned lead here. Um, you might be in a pretty good spot.
yeah, I'm hoping so. I just shout out to Eric for sure. He got in a little bit of a pickle early this race, and he's just so consistent week in and week out, and you can't underestimate that. Like just he's probably one of the most consistent guys in the league for sure.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's always been a name that we look out for. He may not be up front for majority of the race, but somehow, other than today,
He's
he always finds his way up there.
he's there when it matters most.
That's right.
That's all you can do.
Well, before we part ways here, do you have any shout outs you'd like to put out there?
My Lord and Savior, most definitely. My girlfriend, Gym City Goon. I appreciate everything you do in Dakota. Renegade Racing, Wagner's Welding, Elite Motorsports, Roughneck Racing. I appreciate everything Tim and them do on that other side. And yeah, just looking to finish this season off and starting strong next season.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. We'll hopefully talk to you again next week, and hope you have the best race you can possible for New Hampshire next week. We'll see you there, bud.
Yes, sir.
Johnny Hurst.
How you doing, bud?
Oh, good. How are you doing?
Pretty good, pretty good.
How was it to pull out that second place finish here?
Well, it should have been a first, but right before that last caution, like a lap before that, I smacked the wall and got right front wheel damage, so that kind of screwed me up. But I wouldn't have even finished second though if those guys had stayed on the track and not went in and took tires. That's the only reason. Just track position there at the ends. What got me up there.
Hey, but at the end of the day, you got to be there to be there, and you were there. So I don't think you can be too disappointed. Maybe a little bit, but I think at the end of the day, I think a second definitely doesn't hurt, does it?
Nah, I'm not gonna bitch and moan about that. Love to have that win, but it happens.
How
It does.
how did the track feel throughout the feature? I know we spoke before the feature started, but how did it feel out there?
Honestly, it was loose. It was real greasy, but I felt better on old worn out tires than I did new tires. So I don't know. It really didn't. It almost like it tightened up some the longer you ran, but it was kind of weird.
It looked like you guys were pretty obviously like kind of settling into a groove. I think that kind of speaks to what you're talking about of it's sort of getting a little better as time went on, and so I think we could kind of see that from the booth as everyone sort of settled into their pace
Yeah.
there in that first real long stint after those early cautions, and so I think it definitely was an interesting one. I would have been curious to see how that would have gone if we hadn't had that caution there around what was about lap 55 or so.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It been a lot different inning probably.
No, for sure. Uh,
Well, do you know where you're at on the standings for Thursday nights?
I do not.
Before tonight, you were sitting in sixth place. You might, depending on how many points you
Let's
got,
see.
uh, just might have surpassed Ben.
I'm gonna back out here real quick and let's just see if they have updated. No. I'm still sitting in sixth right now.
What what
348.
what's Ben Ryan at?
He's in fifth, 373.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you're closing the gap on him a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, he's just this last race, he's gonna be tough to beat, so
Yeah, we were talking about it for a good chunk of this one that once he gets out front, he's kind of hard to catch, and sometimes you'll need a race like this every once in a while where he kind of takes himself out to feel like you have a chance at him, and so I'm sure you'll still be giving it all you got here with one race to go.
oh yeah, we're $30 short of hiring Hitman on him, so I'm sorry, Ringer.
No, 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 no. That was good. Well, congrats on your second place this evening at North Wilkesboro. Do you have any words you'd like to throw out there?
Well, I mean, I'd like to thank Tyler. He's put a lot of work into running Renegade, and I mean, it's only gonna get bigger and better. Can't wait to see what next season holds. Eric Capathorn, like thank him. Tyler work together. I think Ben Ryan's on board now to help those two guys out. So, like, thank you all for broadcasting. Really appreciate it. Love to go back and watch them, and just like to thank the guys who come out and race.
Yep, can't have a good league without the racers. So,
That's right.
well, Johnny, it's been a pleasure, bud. Appreciate you,
Yep.
and we hope to talk to you again next week.
All right. I'll catch you later.
Alrighty, we'll see you, bud.
Reality.
Oh, Adam Sprinkle, how you doing?
What up, Bo?
Oh, sorry for cutting you off there.
Oh, you're good. We were just discussing some of the wrecks and highlights of the race.
Yeah, that was a wild one, wasn't it?
Yeah, it we got a pretty little green flag run in there, and I was kind of happy to see the caution myself. I had burn it slap up
Yeah, it definitely seemed to benefit you quite a bit there.
just a little bit. Yeah, I got a little squirrely on the initial start there and spun them, and I went back and kind of watched. I think Gary just went a little hard in turn one on the first lap and got into me, and I ended up with damage going all the way to the rear, and somehow managed to fight my way all the way back up there. And it wasn't exactly easy. My arms are tired.
Yeah, I was gonna say we were talking about it a lot during the race, but that was one of those where I feel like you could look almost anywhere on the grid and you had two or three guys kind of going at each other for the whole way. So I'm not surprised to hear you say you're pretty tired. You were involved in I think
Yeah,
a lot of those 2, 3, 4 car battles for position.
yeah.
Uh,
I even got crazy and went around some of them on the outside because I got tired of waiting.
yeah, that that's a strategy. If you can make it stick out there, I think you got to be feeling pretty good.
Yeah, it actually handled a lot better during the race than what I was in practice. In practice, I didn't think I was going to be very good here, and I'm usually pretty good at North Wilkesboro, but the track was extremely hot and just slick, and everybody managed it pretty good, I think, up until everybody just got aggressive at the end. We seen pretty good racing considering I really honestly thought it was going to be worse than what it was. But we got that long green flag run in there that allowed me to catch back up on some of those positions, and the guys that really should have been in the interview booth took tires on that one caution, and I told Johnny I'm staying out. They got to get back by me. I'm gonna risk it right here, and it worked out for us.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That we talked about that a lot when it was kind of going on. It was kind of an interesting split decision about whether or not to, with only a dozen or so laps left, with fresh tires really make that much a difference. And I think we kind of saw that maybe it almost kind of worked against them a little bit. Maybe they felt a little like they could be a little more aggressive. And I think we saw a lot of the guys kind of get caught up in one of the big ones there as you headed towards the white flag. So, and it seems like you kind of took the right decision there.
Yeah, I mean, and there's no doubt that Ben and Robert and those guys are definitely faster than I am in these cars. I just had to out strategy them today, but it was interesting. I was kind of surprised when I seen all of them go take tires and I mean I don't know what the rears were at because I've done a pretty big burnout there at the end because this is actually my first win this season. But the right front was only at 95%. And during the race, I told was talking to Johnny and I said, I said, I just keep getting tired. I've just burnt the right front off of it. And he was super confused when I said that because he was loose and he couldn't, he said he's just so loose he can't drive it. And I think it's just, a difference in driving style. And I relied on that right front a lot to get me in the corner, and I tried to just roll center and get the car straight as soon as I could and get it going. But I'm probably the most surprised to have won the race tonight. Honestly, like I said, that those guys are definitely faster than me. I just luck of the draw this time.
Yeah, we got to see a lot of the top name guys uh caught up in a lot of unfortunate accidents.
Hmm.
But I mean that comes with the territory of almost nearly doubling the size in the course of 2 or 3 weeks.
Hmm.
It was like Tyler said, he was he was hoping for a few less cautions, but I mean,
Oh yeah.
you've got 13 cars out there that you're not used to having that many cars. I
I mean,
think there's a little bit
there's
of
been
room.
several times. Well, I mean, there's been several times with like what we kind of always refer to as like the core people, and we can run 100 laps green pretty easy. There's just a combination of new drivers, a combination of a hot track. You know, these cars were sliding around, and and then you throw a late race caution in there, and you're going to have impatience and people trying to get back to the front. And then that's one of the things that, oddly enough, I feel like those top guys that are normally calm, cool, and collective, when they were trying to get back in front of it, they didn't have it. Ended up, because we had a couple cautions at the end, they ran out of time. And it just, just like a couple moves that normally they wouldn't do, just a little impatient and done. I don't know for sure exactly what happened, but just watching it, me and Johnny were on, same tires. You have four extremely fast guys behind you, and this track is barely two. It's a lot of single lane racing most of the time. In the late models, you get two a little bit, but the fact that me and Johnny are, both on old tires, racing in the two lanes that they have an opportunity. This is not exactly a three wide track, so we were going to have to screw up, or they were going to have to move us. And I'm glad me and Johnny picked up 1 and 2 tonight.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, Ryan and I were theorizing there at the end of you kind of almost want to work together there at the front to kind of keep those guys behind, and then you kind of have an
Yeah,
opportunity to duel it out at the end. I think we saw kind of a little bit of exactly that. Kind of leave them
yeah.
to fight each other, and
Hmm.
you'll have the run of the road from there.
Yeah, I mean, it just kind of worked out that way. I mean, we wasn't exactly like planning it necessarily, but when we
Nah,
both said we wasn't taking tires, I said, well, the good thing is I got to get back around both of us. So
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know if anybody caught it, but there was one point the four horsemen were one, two, three, four.
Certainly.
I did notice that because I pointed
Yeah.
out that old Timmy was up there, Timmy
I'm
Flair.
Yeah, get old Timmy up
super
there.
proud, super proud of Timmy. We told him at one point. Me and Johnny told him, said, "Man, you just gotta just drive it, just send it off in there." And he said he didn't. He said, "I'm up front. I don't know what to do. I'm not normally up here. I'm new. I don't know what to do." And we were kind of laughing and joking about it. And we said, "Man, just drive it." And if you know what, honestly, if he was to have drove it off in there and lost it, who cares at this point? I was just tickled he was up there. But Timmy really doesn't like driving like that. He doesn't like bringing out cautions and stuff, and respect that about him a lot. But I was glad that he worked his way up there and got to run up front a little bit tonight. And we were talking about it tonight. Also, we're going to try to work on some things and improve, not just his, but everybody's short track skills in the off season. And I told him I'm gonna get him in a dirt car. I said we've got to get you in a dirt car. You've got to get used to being loose, and there's no better way to learn it than that. And he does not want to do it, but I think me and Johnny's gonna talk him into it and do a little bit of dirt racing in the off season and get him up on the wheel a little bit and get him used to. These cars slide a lot, and if you can get used to it, it in no time he'll be running up front with the rest of us.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a lot of fun for us to watch, and I'm sure it was a lot of fun in the cockpit as well.
Oh yeah, it was. I had a lot of fun tonight. I'm glad I came out and raced.
Well, congrats on your first place finish. Do you have any words for anybody out there?
Yeah, man. I just thank y'all for putting on the broadcast, and Renegade Racing. Tyler's been putting in a lot of work recruiting people, and there's lots of new people coming in. I know it didn't go exactly the way we wanted it to tonight. This wasn't a normal race, so I hope that doesn't discourage guys from coming back out and racing with us. We'll get there. The more we race together, the better we'll get together. Big shout out to Roughneck Racing, also. Everything that they do to collaborate with Renegade and James Wagner's Welding, all the effort he puts into getting these leagues going and helping us out across both of them. And just appreciate you guys again for doing the broadcast, man.
Hey, if all we got to do is sit here and watch some fun racing, I think we can take that one on, right, Ryan?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got. I know some people might say we have the hardest job here because we got to sit back, watch racing, and get a little jealous that we're not out there turning laps too. So I don't
Yeah,
know.
well,
Some are talking.
the hardest part I think for me would be coming up with something to say for 100 laps of that right there. That's impressive.
Well,
Well,
luckily you guys give us plenty enough to talk about. So
We
well,
try. Every
and
once in a while, I say I'm doing it for TV. I said I'm gonna do a little something for TV here.
we like to yap, so that also helps
that
a little
also is
bit.
super true.
That's good. That's good.
All right. Well, congrats on your first place finish, and hopefully we get to talk to you again next week at New Hampshire.
We'll see. I don't know. We'll see how that one goes.
All right, bud.
I
Have a good
appreciate it,
one.
guys. Thank you.
All right, Dakota.
Let's just do it again. Let's get him back out there.
Yeah. How about next week?
Next week, hey, sounds good to me. And you know what that means? Busting out that new.
Oh, baby, we'll be at the new home.
Moving in. Give me the movers on the line. I'm ready to get in there now.
Oh, baby. All right. Well, everybody, it's been fun. It's been real, but it ain't been real fun. We'll look. Yeah, I actually just lied to everyone here.
You lied directly to all of our viewers.
I did. Thanks for coming by, hanging out with us. We really appreciate it. Dakota, myself, all the guys racing on the track. We wouldn't be doing this without you. So we hope that you have a great rest of your Thursday, a wonderful weekend, and we will be back, not here, but we will be back again next week at New Hampshire Speedway with the championship race for Renegade Racing. Without further ado, I hope everyone has all the great times, greatest of times. I'll give you a little snippet of what is to come in this last transition, and we will catch you next week in our new home.
Ay, qué rico se ve eso, te ves como travieso.